it's real important, man, to stick to who you are, man. Like Kendrick Lamar said, man, you ain't gotta lie to kick it, man. It's harder to lie about who you are than it is to be yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, once you comfortable with being yourself, man, the more people will accept you. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people, like when we out here making these songs, man, it's a lot of people that feel like the same way we feel. You know what I mean? So it's best that we connect with the people and stay grounded, man, because at the same time, you know, you don't want to be the only one feeling the way you feel. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I just try to tell, you know, young artists, man, like, give these people how you really, give them a taste of how you really feel. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's a whole bunch of people that's in the same boat we in. You feel what I'm saying? It's just life, man. I feel like once people are able to connect with you on a more grounded level, then you get their attention and you get their full-blown respect instead of just some fake out of this world stuff, man. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's just how that's how I get out, man. I feel like the more that I rap about what we going through on a day-to-day basis, man, I feel like I connect with more people like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't speak about what I don't do or what I don't drive in and none of the stuff like that. Like, people just can't relate to it, man. You know what I mean? I'm riding around in the same car that I ain't washed, you know what I mean, in 2 days, the same as the people down the street. Like, I'm just like y'all, you know.
Got you. So, as far as your career, where do you see it going in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I definitely want to expand on the things that I like doing. You know, I don't only just like rap. You know, I produce. I'm starting to get my feet wet in the DJ situation. You know what I mean, a little bit more. So I kind of want to do everything, you know, that I'm capable of doing, man. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you just want to have multiple outlets, especially like streams of income, man. You know, if you want to make a living off of what you're doing, you know, try to do as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if one route don't work out, then, you know what I'm saying, the next route would. You know what I mean? So you want to kind of have your hands and feet and all kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So a lot of our students, man, they're faced with a lot of different situations. A lot of negative things have happened in their life. We want to know what advice can you give to them to overcome some of the situations that they may face?
I mean, man, just stand strong. You know what I mean? Just like if you want to live and do better, man, you know. Encourage yourself and encourage the people you with, man, you know what I'm saying, and stay out the way of trouble, man. You know, of course we like to have fun and do all this other stuff, man, but keep your eyes on the prize, man. It's always something out there bigger and better, man, you know what I mean? Because if not, then you headed for self-destruction, man. It's a lot of promotion of self-destruction going on right now. You don't want to get caught up in that, man, because it might be cool for a second, but it's only temporary, man. Life is temporary, man. You don't want to end that thing too quick. You feel me?
Gotcha. Can you tell us about your neighborhood, the neighborhood that you grew up in, and how it helped shape you?
My neighborhood, man, you know, I ain't grow up in the gutter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up, the way I like to tell people, like, I grew up in the hood, man. My definition of a hood, this is my definition, you know what I'm saying? This is my opinion. I grew up in a black neighborhood, all black neighborhood, historically black neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? I grew up on the west end, you know, on Batersford Road, Mecklenburg County. And like my neighborhood alone, man, Oaklawn Park, Oaklawn community, and Lincoln Heights community, like it's a lot of people over here. It's family oriented, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole block will know you. You feel what I'm saying? Like this whole block seen you grow up ever since you were like real people, like, you know, like I said one time before, man, like you could probably get in trouble from the next door neighbor the same way you would at, you know, your parents, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was looking out for each other, you feel what I'm saying? And like it's a lot of older, it's like our elders, man, you know, rest in peace, my grandma, she just passed away not too long ago, but people like her, other people's grandparents who stay here, man, they really looked out for us and, you know, kept an eye on us when we wasn't doing what we were supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? So it just really feel like a big family, man. A neighborhood just full of family members, man. I like it. I love it like that, man. I wouldn't choose it. I wouldn't take it no other way, bro.
Gotcha,
You know
gotcha.
what I mean?
So how do you see Charlotte changing as far as like different neighborhoods? We know that Charlotte is going through a gentrification phase, just like every major city in the United States right now. How do you see Charlotte changing, and do you see that as a positive thing or a negative thing?
I'm the type of person, man. I look at things. It's two sides to everything. The gentrification, man. Of course, they want to expand and make, create new things for the city to do and clean up certain areas and stuff like that, man. And that's cool if you want to upgrade the city. But my only problem is with the upgrading, don't strip the culture while you're doing it. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of these neighborhoods, like you will never know what they was, what the neighborhoods were before those people came and stepped in and did their thing with the gentrification, with the whole gentrification thing, man. Don't strip our culture, man. We need it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people need to know what was going on before all this change came across, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the history from Bates Ford Road, man. Don't take our history, man. We need that, man.
Right. I totally agree. As far as Charlotte's concerned, man, it's a lot of people that's living in Charlotte that's not necessarily from Charlotte, which creates a unique sound as far as like the hip hop scene. How do you see the hip hop scene? Like, how do you see that as growing, one, and two, as do you look at it as changing?
Yeah. Well, one thing about Charlotte is, man, like the most we've ever had, it's slang and the way people dress and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a big melting pot. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a huge melting pot, meaning that a lot of different cultures come to this city. It's a lot of culture you can find in different parts of the city, man. And it's like a blender. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of cities had a sound because of their history. You know what I mean? New Orleans got their sound because, they had a history in jazz and blues and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And Miami had their sound because they had a history in bass music. You know what I'm saying? Just like Miami bass and stuff like that. I won't say we don't have history in the city. You know what I mean? As far as music is, but it's not really known to the world or even known to some of the people who born and raised and grew up here, man. So it's just kind of like, man, we tried whatever we felt like that sounded good to us, man. It wasn't never like we had a history in jazz and country music or whatever like that, man. We just do the best we can with what we got. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Well, a lot of times the Charlotte scene has been plagued by a lot of negativity, man. We know that hip hop is an expression of oneself. You're able to talk about whatever experiences you're going through. How do you see that affecting our future, or the young men and women that's listening to some of the music that's coming up?
I mean, it's every generation go through the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure when I was coming up, it was some older people looking at us like, boy, y'all folk crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like these kids, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what they doing. You know what I mean? But that's how sometimes I look at the younger kids. It's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out here wilding, but at the same time, man, it's the way of the world, you know what I mean? And, like, we can't make it better unless we start with ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So it's one person at a time, starting with yourself, man. That's the only way things really gonna get better out here, man.
Gotcha. Can you tell us some of your career highs and career lows? I know I'm bouncing all over the place, man. We just trying to hit every aspect.
That's all natural, man. My career highs was like, stepping out on the scene for the first time and actually getting feedback from the people and having them tell me, what I was sounding like and how good my music was. Also getting a chance to get opportunities to open up for different acts that I grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying? Some of the lows, stuff I'm still going through right now, man, where you got downtime, where you ain't working on nothing because you got a writer's block or a producer block, you know what I mean? Or just stuff slow in general. You know what I mean? You might not get on. You might not be getting to where you want to be as quick as you want to get. You know, and I got patience, man. But sometimes it feel like I ain't got patience. You know what I'm saying? It always be a ups and downs, man. Where you know, at one point, you know, I'm doing good and I could, you know, it's slowly rolling. Then sometimes I just get real frustrated because I feel like I should be shooting up. You know, we ain't gonna rush nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all slowly but surely you're gonna get to where you want to be as long as you stay on your goal and never give up. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. One of the things that we always ask people, man, is top 5 MCs
in the city.
Well, we could do one for the city and we could do one for a national.
Top 5
that's a good
MCs,
one, top 5.
man. I mean, it just in my opinion, like I said, in my opinion alone, I can only really speak for what I grew up on, man. That's Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Since we talking about MCs, you know what I'm saying? Outkast, you know what I'm saying? UGK, you know, Scarface, I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna just throw some names out there without even really going too deep. You know what I mean? I don't want people to be mad at me and stuff like he ain't say this person. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Lil Boosie had something to say too. You know what I'm saying? He still got something to say, but early in his career, man, he was like a down south Tupac. You know what I mean? He was speaking like what everybody feel. You know what I mean, on a day-to-day basis. I got one more. I don't know. I used to listen to a lot of Pastor Troy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But that's just, I could go for days on rappers and stuff like that. But that's just off top of who I be riding around, bumping to, listening to now. You know
right, what I mean? Right. What about in the city, man? Who you like in the city?
In the city, it's a lot of cats out here doing their thing, man. It's overwhelming, but. I mean,
yeah, and I don't want to get you in there.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, shout out to the whole city, man. Like, y'all know who y'all live. The city know who y'all are, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a lot of people out here doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I for real don't want to miss anybody in the city out here doing, man. You just gonna have to tune in to the city.